Hey everyone, and welcome to Immortal Realm. Let's start our list. On number 10, we have Become Villain in the game Cultivation. Currently, we have only 15 chapters as this is a new Chinese manhwa. The high-end player died tragically. He crosses over into a game and inside the body of a villain who died tragically under the knife of thousands of people in the game. He revives in a dark coffin and suddenly he gets a notification. The system opened up. Newcomer gift package giving away 10,000 points of spiritual power. Well, you cannot expect much from this manhwa because it is the same arrogant young masters and then our main character who is even much more arrogant than them. Then obviously it's Cultivation. So it's a manhwa you can read if you want to pass your time. But still, it's fun to read these manhwas. After all, there are very less Korean manhwas that we have not read. Number 9 on our list is Lan Qi Yuan. This is a very interesting yet unique Chinese manhwas. No, it is not about those arrogant young masters or courting death. This is a story about Ji Yuan, who was a clerk in an accountant company. One day, along with his colleagues, he came to a forest for camping. And then his colleagues requested him to go and fetch the firewood. He went to fetch the firewood when he saw that there was a chessboard along with all the stones on it, but there was no one around here. Our main character goes and picks up the stone and puts it on any random location in the chessboard and then he returns. But when he returns to that original position, he realizes that there was no one and it turns out that time has passed. He realized that 1 month has passed. He is shocked. He realizes he has fainted and the next moment when he opens his eyes, he realizes that he has grown old. Well, it sounds confusing, right? But when you read the story, you will realize it is even more confusing. And the next moment, he dies. And when he opens his eyes next time, he realizes he is in another world. This is the most strangest type of isekai I have ever read. Our main character lands up into the body of a beggar in the new world. And then the story starts. Number 8 on our list is I Return from the Heavens. They recently did a mass release and we have total 60 chapters. This is the most cliche Chinese manhwa and you know why? Because in this manhwa you will see that the main character loves a girl very much but she betrays and goes with another man. But that vicious man and the woman, they both stole his spiritual root, turning him into a trash. Then his family members plot against him. They hang him imprisoned in a cage in the middle of the city. Everyone makes fun of him. But one day when he opens his eyes, he realizes that he has achieved enlightenment. He sat there for whole 3 years. His body was there, but his soul moved the whole world. And he became extremely overpowered. Previously, he only had one single spiritual root, but now he has multiple spiritual root. He has several strong bloodlines, 12 peak professional skills and 36 sets of supreme techniques and 108 chaos laws at full level. Well, what are these things? Even I don't know, but they sound cool, so I just told you. In short, our main character becomes overpowered and then he goes for revenge. But I think it is not a revenge type story because it is more of a comedy martial arts type story. Number 7 on our list is It Starts with a Mountain. I think I have already mentioned this manhwa many times, but the reason I keep mentioning it again and again is because this manhwa has a lot of potential and also they are updating it regularly. The art is also very good. A boy who loved playing games, and one day he was playing a game that was filled with war and chaos, but suddenly he realizes that he has been transported into that same game. He is just the head of a mountain bandit group. But the most horrible thing is that those people of the bandit group plan to ditch him because this is the war era and people are often attracted to the stronger side, whereas our main character is weak. But after the main character comes into the body of young mountain bandit lord, he utilizes his brain and transforms his entire area. He might be weak, but he recruits strong and powerful warriors. The story gets more and more fun as our main character uses his brain to devise many schemes and to make his territory prosperous. Number 6 on our list is I Am the One and Only God. When the first time I heard this name, I thought that this is going to be the same typical Chinese cliche with a dumb main character. But I was wrong, I was so wrong, because the main character here is so badass. The main character is so ruthless. He's just like Zhou Fan from Magic Emperor. Our main character died due to a scheme at the last breath. He wished to kill the one who betrayed him. But after dying, the next moment when he opens his eyes, he realizes that he is in a prison cell, and that too in the body of a retard who was obviously schemed and framed by his own family members due to jealousy and then landed into prison. I thought that it would be unbearable for me to read this because obviously I thought he is going to be a dumb main character. But after reading just 2 chapters, I realized how wrong I was, because the main character was not dumb. He was super overpowered and intelligent. Number 5 on our list is history's #1 founder. It also has a web novel, and there are total 1486 chapters, and it is completed. Lin Feng traveled through the worlds and obtained an overpowered system. But he still faces a lot of pressure because one comes to a new world and he's unfamiliar with the surroundings. But after some chapters you will see him getting adjusted with the system and becoming overpowered. The best thing I like about this manhwa is our main character is very intelligent. He's not a fool who just becomes arrogant after getting an overpowered system. Instead, he uses his intelligence to make use of other people. Our main character gets a system quest, and that is Lin Feng is to create a school, and that school should be history's #1 school, or you can say history's #1 sect, and Lin Feng himself has to become the #1 founder, and thus the journey of Lin Feng starts in order to recruit talented individuals. Number 4 on our list is All Hail the Sect Leader. This is very similar to the previous manhwa which I just showed, but it is way more funny. Our main character is very energetic in this one, and he also has experience in reading novels as he realizes after being isekai'd into a different world, into a different body, that he has died. And not only that, but he also wishes to get a system, and instantly he gets a system. But the main quest of the system is what gives him a heart attack, because the main quest tells him that he has to build a sect. He has to get more than 100,000 disciples. Not only that, but he has to become the best sect in the world in 100 years. Otherwise his soul would be destroyed. You will laugh a lot while you read this manhwa. It is very fun to read. Number 3 on our list is Global Martial Arts. The main character Fang Ping gets sent back 10 years into a parallel world. Now this parallel world was just similar to his original world. There was only one thing which was different, and that was in this parallel world there was a thing which we call cultivation. People practiced cultivation and martial arts in order to strengthen their body and fight to gain a bright future. At the start I thought that our main character is very weak, naive, as well as adorable, but who would have thought that after 20 to 30 chapters he would become such a badass. And not only that, but he goes from being a naive young boy to becoming an intelligent and smart main character. It was not just that, but he also becomes very ruthless. The art of this manhwa is very beautiful, and the story is also very good. Number 2 on our list is My Dad is Too Strong. Yes, you might have read this manhwa a long time ago, because it has been many months since this manhwa last updated. A scatterbrained, talentless civil servant goes to a different world, and he lives his life for hundreds of years. Not only that, but he becomes the heavenly demon. In that martial arts world, no one was above him. If he says that he is second, then no one would dare to say that they are the first. One day, he suddenly returns back to Earth. But now, the Earth is not the same as the previous Earth, because now there are monsters, there are dungeons, there are even hunters. But our main character wishes to live the rest of his life peacefully, as his days in the Murim world were full of conflict and bloodshed. However, one day a girl comes knocking onto the door. She says, "Please be my father until I graduate," and then everything changes. This is a very good manhwa with a super overpowered main character. Number 1 on our list is Trapped in a Web Novel as a Good for Nothing. While our main character was working overtime for several nights, he fell asleep for a short while, and when he wakes up, he finds out that he is possessing the body of a villain of the web novel he was reading. Now, he needs a way to survive because villains don't end up in a good way. The first way to survive as a good-for-nothing villain in the web novel is to convince as many people as possible to be on his side. The second way to survive as a good-for-nothing villain is to become strong enough to protect myself. And the third way is that never become friendly with that proud and insane returnee master. Now who is returnee master you will know after you read this manhwa. Our main character tries to survive in this world. The best thing I like about this manhwa is that our main character is always calm no matter what the situation. He does not show that he is panicking. He slowly analyzes the problem and then deals with it. That's all for today's video, and I hope that you got something new to read. We will meet in the next video. Till then, have a good day.